What's it like living as a female expat in Asia? Do I have to pay tax? And what happens if I want to buy a house? Can I set up a company by myself, or do I need to have a local partner? If these or any other questions about being an expat in Asia have been occurring to you, or you're just interested in the lifestyle, fantastic, you're in the right place. My name is Wendy, and for more than 3 decades I have lived and worked in Asia, and I still live and work in Asia, this time in Thailand. So today I want to cover a topic which makes me giggle a little bit, but it's a reality, so let's talk about it. A few years back, when I was living in Hong Kong, around sort of the turn of the 2000s, I was looking for a moisturiser. I needed a moisturiser. It was the winter, and Hong Kong winters can be cold. So I went into my local pharmacy retailer and I said to the lady, I need a medium kind of range moisturiser. What can you show me? And she started to show me all these fabulous products that had this amazing new stuff. And it was to help to whiten and brighten your skin. So she said to me, this one's good because, it makes your skin whiter. This one's good because this one makes your skin whiter. This one is also good. It's got retinol, and that one makes your skin whiter. And I didn't really need that. I just needed something to prevent wrinkles and stop my skin from chafing off. And I got a little bit frustrated. And in the end, I turned to her and I said, look, I don't need any of these whitening products. I don't need anything to make me look white. I am white, which to this day stands as one of the most tone-deaf, stupid and slightly embarrassing things I've ever said to anybody. How privileged is that? I didn't mean it in that way. I just didn't want to have anything that made me whiter. I wanted to have something that was going to help my skin. And it made me think about why there was this move in Asia at that time, and now fully entrenched, to have products that make your skin look brighter or whiter. And if you think about it, it makes a lot of sense if you know this one fact. What's the one job that you can have that has you outdoors all of the time working in the sun? And that job is farming. And if you're outside laboring under the sun, you probably don't have a lot of education. Therefore, in the minds of people who've always had to do that, if you're brown, you're probably poor. If you're browner or darker, you don't have the resources. You haven't had an education, and perhaps you're like an itinerant farmer or subsistence farmer. So therefore, the idea is that if you look whiter, you look more educated, you've got a better job, and perhaps for the women, you're even more marriageable. Whereas for Caucasians, we look at it the other way. The way that we look at it is, as soon as we've got any money, we go on holiday, don't we? And we lay in the sun and we baste ourselves and we show our friends, my life is great. I've just been on holiday in Spain and now I've got a tan. And that's the opposite way of the Asian aspect. Good morning. So that's the reason. That's the reason at its core. That's the reason for that difference between wanting to be white and wanting to be brown. And it's true actually of even things like buying bronzers in Asia, or buying those fake tan oils and things that you can put on your skin. There's another video that I cover things that you wish you'd bought from home, and I didn't include that on the list, but that is actually something. People who like to have a bit of, bronzer or contoury stuff or those fake tan stuff, it's very hard to buy in Southeast Asia. You can't find it in the pharmacies because nobody local wants to put that stuff on their skin, which makes a lot of sense if you think about it from that perspective. One of the other things in Asia that's a little bit different, of course, is this idea of brutal honesty when it comes to telling you how you look. And as someone who sort of does a bit of yo-yo up and down on the scales every so often, I can't tell you the number of times when I've been told with absolute sincerity and no malice intended, wow, you're fat. One of the great joys of living in a society where absolutely everything goes. I hope that's entertained you. Oh, by the way, I did eventually find a moisturiser, and I work indoors, so I don't often get in the sun, but I try to and get a little bit of a tan so I don't look half dead. Hope you're having a great day. Hope that was entertaining for you, and we'll speak again soon. Bye.